Good evening, listeners and viewers of Gikuyu FM podcast. I'm back with another story concerning the politics of Kenya, whereby the former Attorney General or the legal most advisor, the senior most legal advisor of the President of the Republic of Kenya, that is Justin Muturi. Today, President William Ruto has fired CS Muturi in the cabinet reshuffle. Public Service Cabinet Secretary Justin Muturi has been fired as President William Ruto effected mean changes in his cabinet. Ruto has named Bere North, the Member of Parliament Geoffrey Ruku, as the new Public Service CS nominee. The move by Ruto came barely a day after the end of states referred to Muturi as incompetent when he served as the Attorney General. The CS has been vocal critic of the government, even skipping cabinet meetings. In a recent interview, he revealed that he formally requested President Ruto to excuse him from attending cabinet meetings until the issue of abductions and extrajudicial killings is prioritized for discussion. Attending cabinet meetings is mandatory unless one has permission from the president, which is what I sought, Muturi stated on Citizen TV. He insisted that his decision was not insubordination, as he had formally written to the cabinet chair seeking exemption. For the first time, President Ruto on Tuesday openly displayed his differences with Muturi. It all began on Tuesday when Ruto described Muturi as someone who was fairly incompetent when he served as the Attorney General. The comment was in relation to how he handled legal matters concerning the establishment of Waqf, an endowment made by a Muslim to a religious education or charitable cause. I quote what President Ruto said on Tuesday evening. I had a problem with the AG who was there before. He was fairly incompetent, but now I have a very competent lady in the position, and I can assure you that the issue of WAF, which will be sorted out within months, the president said on Tuesday. Ruto's remarks were in response to concerns raised by Muslim leaders who had attended the state iftar dinner over delays in operationalizing the endowment fund despite the existing Waqf Act 2022. Muturi, in a swift rejoinder to the remarks, however, saying that while the act exists, it does not provide for the creation of a Muslim endowment fund. He insisted that it is a personal initiative by any individual who professes Islam, and the Waqf Act number 8 of 2022, there is no provision for a Muslim endowment fund. It must be understood that Waqf is a religious, charitable, or a benevolent endowment by a person who professes the Muslim faith and is managed by the Waqf Commission, the former AG said. So, today that President Ruto is very angry by the former Attorney General, that is the former CES. Now he is the former CES of Public Service, that is CES Justin Muturi. He went ahead and appointed a member from and appointed Ruku, who is a member from Embu County. This is showing that the people of Mount Kenya East, which consists of Embu, Meru, Tharaka Nithi, and Laikipia, that he is with them and he is not going to take the CS position away from them. Ruku has been another empty devil that has been making noises here and there supporting the president over the failed project that he promised Kenyans over the years that he was campaigning. Ruku was once in Citizen television speaking about how the president is determined to make everything that he had promised us in the manifesto a true deed or a true work to serve the people. So Ruku now, he has secured himself a job as the CS of Public Service. We will wait and see who was more competent, who was incompetent. Is it the president who is incompetent? Is it the CSs that he is appointing who are incompetent? Or the president and a personal beef with the former CS Justin Muturi? Because they went ahead and abducted the son to the CS, that is Leslie Muturi. So Muturi came out and spoke about the abduction of his son. There's no way. A son is always a son to his dad. Even if you are 90 years old, Muturi had to come out and condemn the act. So president cannot punish the public servant because he went ahead to condemn what was evil. How could you do that to his son? Why shouldn't our friendship reflect to something that comes to the respect to the family? So the president sent the NIS boss. They went and abducted son to CS Muturi because CS Muturi, when now he was the Attorney General of Kenya, he refused to sign a document that wanted to declare on June 25th as a state of emergency in the country, because the Gen Zs seemed to have taken over the country when they stormed parliament and broke everything there. So Muturi was brought that bill and he refused to take it, and he refused to put the signature there because he knew that putting the signature in this bill stating that today is a emergency or a state of emergency would put Muturi as the legal advisor of the government in trouble. He would end up in jail. Who knows? Maybe he would be sanctioned by the ICC. So today the president has been the man who he always is, a man who does not take anybody that criticizes his government. We have seen young people being abducted. We have seen murders. We have seen every kind of thing happening. The president does not take anybody who does not support this government lightly. It's either you are with him or you are not with him. So we are waiting to see, is Ruku really a performer? Will Ruku really entice the president to get that position? Will Ruku keep the position, or it's just another punishment form that has been formed by the president against the people, the man that does not support him? We are waiting. We will be here. We will be watching. We will rejoice. Let's see. Why? President Ruto, why? Muturi is a very competent man. He has been the member of parliament. The man has been the speaker of the parliament. The man has been there always. The man has spoken out. Why do you go ahead and fire him? Why don't you go and talk? Why don't you declare this thing? Why don't you create a commission of inquiry? Why don't you stop abductions in Kenya? Why should more youths die? Why should more people suffer because they does not support or they does not align with what you want for them? Mr. President, come on, speak up. Come on, show us your ways. Come here, Mr. President. Tell us why was Muturi a victim? Why did Muturi get fired? Why go choose a member that has been supporting the empty promises that you gave us as the Mount Kenya people, that you gave us as the Kenyan people? It's only that for now. Tupatane tena kwenye video yetu ijayo. Consider subscribing, share, leave a comment in the comment section. Tell us what do you think about this firing or this reshuffle of member of parliament, or of the members of the executive, that is the ministers. Ni hayo tu kwa sasa. Tupatane tena katika video yetu ijao. This is Gikuyu FM podcast.